Hello, I'm Bettina Cornwell from the University of Warwick and Lundquist College of Business.
And hi, I'm Jennifer Howard Grenville from the University of Cambridge Judge Business School. And our co-author, Christian Hampel, is from the Imperial College Business School.
And we're here to introduce our paper that is about the external relationships that companies have and how those influence their employees' organization identification. And I'm from marketing, and my background is experimental and quantitative.
And I'm from management, and my background is qualitative, and I mostly do empirical theory building work. So how did the two of us, plus Christian, come to publish an AMR paper on this topic?
Exactly. So I had in empirical work seen many examples of how firms had sponsorships that either worked for their employees or didn't. For example, Habitat for Humanity oftentimes built employee relationships, whereas some companies, even Fortune 500 companies, would say, our sponsorships are not for our employees, they're for the customers.
So Bettina actually literally called me up one afternoon in late 2015 and said, hey, I noticed AMR has a special issue on work relationships. We could look at employee identification through this lens. Has anyone done this? Is this a theoretical contribution? And I instantly realized, yes, nobody had really theorized the role of external organizations or external partnerships specifically in shaping an employee's identification with his or her employing organization. And the potential was huge because we had lots of examples that we shared back and forth, and that really provided the grounding, the texture for what we were trying to theorize about both the positive and also the negative outcomes that could be associated.
So there's many examples provided our scaffolding, but we benefited greatly from the review process where the reviewers pushed us to detail our theory and to expand it and to elaborate, and out of that difficult, but
long.
Informative process, we have a model that we're quite happy with, and we are happy to share it with you.
And what's most exciting is it sort of retains as original insight that we had, that there was something here that was going on, but we were really pushed through the review process to describe the mechanisms through which that worked. And for all three of us as authors, I think we learned a lot about the literature. Certainly Christian now benefits because he's doing further work with the organizational identification literature. So we hope you enjoy the paper as much as we did and learn a lot from it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Christian Hampel from Imperial College Business School, and I look forward to sharing key insights from our study. Our study focuses on organizational identification. This arises when an individual believes that a key part of who they are is linked to an organization, such as their employer. Chances are that many of you will identify with your employers and that this will shape how you think about yourselves to some degree. Organizational identification scholars so far have primarily looked at how organizational identification arises in response to direct relationships and interactions between the individual and the organization, as well as the people within them. In contrast, our study focuses on how an organization's external relationships will affect how individuals connect and identify with their organizations. For example, for a long time, the sports apparel maker Nike had a partnership with the golfer Tiger Woods. The question immediately arises, well, how would this influence how a Nike employee identifies with the company? We identify two evaluations that employees make in such situations about their partnerships. First, they look at the extent to which the partner fits with the key attributes that they ascribe to their organization. And secondly, they look at the extent to which the partner is relevant to how they see themselves. Based on these two evaluations, we identify 6 identification outcomes, ranging from strongly increased identification to decreased identification. In some cases, such as, for example, the partnership between Nike and Tiger Woods, identification outcomes can be very different at different points in the partnership. Thus, as you can see, it is very important to evaluate the identification outcomes of external partnerships, as they can be very profound. This was just a brief intro to our study. Have a look at the full paper to get all the insights.